the whole thing was absolutely fantastic. A lot of tomfoolery. Higgins, I salute you.
Nonsense. The silly people don't know their own silly business.
Tonight, you did it, you did it, you did it. You would do it, and indeed you did. I thought that you would do it, I doubted you do it, but now I must admit that indeed you did. You should get a medal or be even made a knight.
It was nothing. Really nothing.
All alone you hurdled every obstacle in sight.
Now wait. Give credit where it's due. A lot of the glory goes to you.
But you're the one who did it, you did it, you did it. As truly as Gibraltar, not a second did you falter, there's no doubt about it. You did it. I must have aged a year tonight. At times I thought I'd die of fright. Never was there a momentary loss.
Shortly after we came in, I saw it once with easy win, and after that I found a deadly door.
You should have heard the oohs and ahs, everyone wondering who she was.
You think they never seen a lady before?
And when the Prince of Transylvania has to meet her, and gave his arm to lead her to the floor, I said to him, you did it, you did it, you did it. They thought she was ecstatic and so damn aristocratic that they never knew that you did it.
Thank heavens for Soldier Carpathy. If it weren't for him, I would have died of boredom. He was there, all right, and up to his old tricks.
Carpathy? That dreadful Hungarian, was he there?
Yes. The blackguard who uses the signs of speech to blackmail and swindle the teach, he made it the devilish business of his to find out who this Mr. Mitchell is. Every time he looked around, there he was at Harryhound from Budapest. Never leaving us alone, never have I ever known a Budapest. Finally I decided it was foolish not to let him have a chance with her. So I stepped aside and let him dance with her. Oozing charm from every pore, he oiled his way around the floor. Every trick that he could play, he used to strip her mask away. And when at last the dance was done, he glowed as if he knew he won. And with a voice too eager and a smile too broad, he announced to the hostess that she was a fraud.
No!
Jawohl!
Her English is too good, he said, which clearly indicates that she is foreign. And while others are instructed in their native language, English people aren't. And although she may have studied with an expert dialectician and grammarian, I can tell that she was born Hungarian. Not only Hungarian, but of royal blood. She is a princess. God, it's all over. Now I can go to bed without dreading tomorrow.
Good night, Mr. Higgins.
Good night, Mr. Pierce.
Higgins, it was a splendid occasion. I think I shall turn in too. Good night, Higgins.
Good night, Pickering. Oh, Mr. Pierce. Oh, damn. I meant to tell her I wanted coffee in the morning instead of tea. Leave a little note for her, will you, Eliza? Where the devil are my slippers?
There are your slippers, and there! Take your slippers and may you never have a day's luck with them.
What on earth? What's the matter? Is anything wrong?
No, nothing wrong with you. I've won your bet for you, haven't I? That's enough for you. Are your matter, I suppose?
You presumptuous insect. I want it. Why did you throw those slippers at me?
Because I wanted to smash your face. I wanted to kill you, you selfish brute. Why didn't you leave me where you picked me out of? In the gutter. You thank God now that it's all over and you can throw me back there again, do you?
So the creature is nervous after all? Ah, falls in, you cat. Sit down and be quiet.
What's to become of me? What's to become of me?
How the devil do I know what's become of you? What does it matter what becomes of you?
Oh, you don't care. I know you don't care. You wouldn't care if I was dead. I'm nothing to you. Not so much as them slippers.
Those slippers.
Those slippers. I didn't think it made any difference now.
Why have you suddenly begun going on like this? May I ask whether you complain of your treatment here?
No.
Has anyone behaved badly to you? Colonel Pickering? Mrs. Pierce?
No.
You don't pretend that I have treated you badly.
No.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. Perhaps you're tired after the strain of the day. Have a cold lick.
No! Thank you.
I suppose it was natural for you to be anxious, but it's all over now. There's nothing more to worry about.
No, nothing more for you to worry about. Oh God, I wish I was dead.
Why in heaven's name, why? Listen to me, Eliza. All this irritation is purely subjective.
I'm sorry. I don't understand. I'm too ignorant.
It's only imagination. Nobody's hurting you. Nothing is wrong. Oh, you go to bed like a good girl and have a little cry. Sleep it off. That will make you feel more comfortable.
Oh, I heard your prayers. Thank God it's all over.
But don't you thank God it's all over. Now you are free and can do what you like.
What am I fit for? What have you left me fit for? Where am I to go? What am I to do? What's to become of me?
That's what's bothering you, is it? I shouldn't worry about that if I were you. I don't think you'll have much difficulty in settling yourself someplace or other. Though, I hadn't quite realized you were leaving. You might marry, you know. You see, Eliza, not all men are confirmed old bachelors like me and the Colonel. Most men are the married sort. Poor devils. And you're not bad looking. It's quite a pleasure to look at you at times. Now, of course, you've been crying and look like the very devil. But when you're yourself and you're all right, you're what I should call attractive. Oh, come. Let's go to bed. Then get up in the morning and look at yourself in the glass, and you won't feel so cheap. I dare say. My mother could find some chap or other who would do very well.
We were above that in Covent Garden.
What do you mean?
I sold flowers. I did not sell myself. Now you've made a lady of me and I'm not fit to sell anything else.
Oh, tosh, Eliza. Don't insult human relations by dragging all that can about buying and selling into it. You need marry the fellow.
What else am I to do?
What about that old idea of a floor shop? Pickering could set you up in one. He's got lots of money. He'll have to pay for all those togs you've been wearing. And that, with the hire of the jewelry, will put a big hole in 200 pounds. Oh, come, you'll be all right. I must go to bed. I'm devilishly sleepy. I was looking for something. What was it?
Your slippers?
That's right. You shy them at me.
Before you go, sir,
Yes, what is it?
do my clothes belong to me and to Colonel Pickering?
Oh, what the devil use would they be to Pickering? Why did you start bothering about that in the middle of the night?
I want to know what I may take away with me. I don't want to be accused of stealing.
Stealing? You shouldn't have said that, Eliza. That shows want of feeling.
I'm sorry. I'm only a common, ignorant girl. And in my station, I have to be careful. There can't be any feelings between the like of you and the like of me. Please, will you tell me what belongs to me and what doesn't?
Oh, you may take the whole damn houseful if you like. Except the jewels. They're hired. Will that satisfy you?
Stop, please. Will you take these to your room and keep them safe? I don't want to run the risk of their being missing.
Oh, hand them over. If these belong to me, and said the jeweler, I'd ram them down your ungrateful throat.
This ring isn't the jeweler's. It's the one you bought me in Brighton. I don't want it now. Don't you hit me!
Hit you? You infamous creature, it is you who have hit me. You have wounded me to the heart.
God! I'm glad. I'm a little on my own back anyhow.
You have caused me to lose my temper, something that has hardly ever happened to me before. I wish to say nothing more about this tonight. I am going to bed.
You'd better leave your own note to Mrs. Pierce about the coffee, for it won't be done by me.
Damn Mrs. Pierce, and damn the coffee, and damn you, and damn my own folly for having lavished my heart of knowledge and the treasure of my regard and intimacy on a heartless gutter tonight.
Just you wait, Henry Higgins, just you wait. You'll be sorry, but your tears will be too late. You will be the one it's done to, and you'll have no one to run to. Just you wait. What are you doing here?
Oh, nothing. I spend most of my time here. Oh, don't laugh at me, Miss Doolittle.
Freddie, you don't think I'm a heartless gutter snake, do you?
Oh, no, darling. How could you say such a thing? You know how I feel. I've written you 2 or 3 times a day telling you, sheets and sheets. Eliza, speak and the world is full of singing, and I am winging higher than the birds. Touch and my heart begins to crumble, the heavens tumble, darling, and I...
Words, 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 I'm so sick of words. I get words only numerous from him, not from you. Is that all you'd like us to do? Don't talk of stars burning above if you're in love. Good luck, Dad.
Come along now.
How much time do I have left?
There's just a few more hours. That's all the time you've got. A few more hours before they tie the knot.
There, drinks and
thing, Eliza's bolted.
Bolted?
Yes, bolted. And Mrs. Pierce let her go without saying a word to me.
Well, I dashed.
I don't know what to do. I got tea this morning instead of coffee. I can't find anything, and I don't know what appointments I've got.
Eliza would know.
Of course Eliza would know, but damn it, she's gone.
Did any of you gentlemen frighten her last evening?
You were here, Mrs. Pierce. We hardly said a word to her. Higgins, did you bully her after I went to bed?
Just the other way around. She threw the slippers at me. I never gave her the slightest provocation. The slippers came bang in my head before I even uttered a word. And she used most perfectly awful language. I was shocked.
Well, I dashed.
I don't understand it. She was given every possible consideration. She admitted it herself.
I am dashed.
For God's sake, baby, stop being dashed and do something.
What?
I don't know. Call the police. What are they there for, in heaven's name?
Mr. Higgins, you can't give Eliza's name to the police as if she were a thief for a lost umbrella.
Why not? I wouldn't find her. The girl belongs to me anyway. I paid £5 for her.
Quite right. Scotland Yard, please. Excuse me, Mrs. Pierce. May I have a cup of coffee?
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, good morning, old chap. Colonel Hugh Pickering here, 27A Wimple Street. I'd like to report a missing person. Anything you can do to assist in her recovery would be frightfully appreciated. I'm not without influence. I'll see to it that disappears. Oh, yes. Eliza Doolittle. About 5'7". Well, I'd have to say about 21. Her eyes.
Brown!
Brown. Her hair. Well, her hair is rather a neutral, nondescript color. I'd have to say more of this.
Blonde! Blonde! Blonde!
Well, you heard him. Blonde. Yes. Yes, this is her residence. About 3 or 4 this morning. No. 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 No relation at all. Let's just say a good friend. Now see here, my good man. I don't appreciate the tenor of that question. What the girl does here is our affair. Your affair is to get her back so she can continue doing it. Good day.
What in all of heaven could have prompted her to go after such a triumph at the ball? What could have possessed her? What could have impressed her? I cannot understand the wretched ball.
I have a friend over at the home office. Perhaps he can help. I'll call him.
Women are irrational, that's all there is to them. Their head is full of hand practice. They're nothing but exasperating, irritating, vacillating, calculating, agitating, maddening, and infuriating hags.
Where's your budget, please? Yes, I'll hold.
Pickering, why can't a woman be more like a man? Hmm? Yes. Why can't a woman be more like a man? Men are so honest, so thoroughly square, eternally noble, totally bad. When you win, will always give you back your pat. Why can't a woman be like that? Why does everyone do what the others do? Can't a woman learn to use her head? Why do they do everything their mothers do? Why don't they grow up like their father instead? Why can't a woman take after a man? Men are so pleasant, so easy to please. Whenever you're with them, you're always at ease. Would you be slighted if I didn't speak for hours?
Of course not.
Would you be livid if I had a drink or two?
Never.
Would you be wounded if I didn't send you flowers?
Nonsense.
Why can't a woman be like you? One man in a million may shout a bit. Now and then there's one with slight offense. One perhaps the truthfulness you doubt a bit. But by and large we are a marvelous sex. Why can't a woman behave like a man? Men are so friendly, good-natured and kind. A better companion you never will find. If I were hours late for dinner, would you bellow?
Of course not.
If I forgot your silly birthday, would you fuss?
Nonsense.
Would you complain if I took out another fellow?
Never.
Why can't a woman be like us?
Boozy old chap. up. You'll never, never, never guess who this is. Well, yes, it is. By George, what's a memory? 30 years, is it really? Yes, yes, I know, that's a lot of water under the elm. Sick, boozy, I'll tell you why I'm called. Something rather unpleasant has happened at this end. Can I come right over to see you? Splendid, I'll be right there. I'm going to the home office, Mrs. Pierce.
I do hope you find her, Colonel Pickering. Mr. Higgins will surely miss her.
Mr. Higgins will miss her. Last Mr. Higgins, I'll miss her.
Henry! Where's the Colonel?
He's gone to the home office, sir.
You see that, Mrs. Pierce? I'm disturbed and he runs for help. Now there's a good fellow. Mrs. Pierce, you're a woman. Why can't a woman be more like a man? Men are so decent, such regular chaps, ready to help you through any mishaps, ready to buck you up whenever you are glum. Why can't a woman be a chop? Why is thinking something women never do? Why is logic never even drop? Straightening up their hair is all they ever do. Why don't they straighten up the mess that's inside? Why can't a woman be more like a man? If I were a woman who'd been to a ball, been held as a princess by one and by all, would I start weeping like a bathtub overflowing? Would I go on as in my home or in a tree? Would I run off and never tell me where I'm going? Why can't a woman be like me?
And you mean to say that after you did this wonderful thing for them without making a single mistake, they just sat there and never said a word to you, never petted you, or admired you, or told you how splendid you've been?
Not a word.
That's simply appalling. I should not have thrown the slippers at him. I should have thrown the fire irons.
Mother! Mother!
I thought it wouldn't be long. Stay where you are, my dear.
Mother! Where the devil are you?
Remember, last night you not only danced with a prince, but you behaved like a princess.
Mother, the damnedest you!
How do you do, Colonel Higgins? Are you quite well?
Am I quite-
But of course you are. You are never ill. Would you care for some tea?
Don't you dare try that game on me. I'm the one that taught it to you. Get up and come home immediately. You've caused me enough trouble for one morning.
Very nicely put indeed, Henry. No woman could resist such an invitation.
How did this baggage get here in the first place?
Eliza came to see me, and I was delighted to have her. And if you don't promise to behave yourself, I shall have to ask you to leave.
You mean I'm to put on my Sunday manners for this thing that I created out of the squash cabbage leaves of Covent Garden?
Yes, dear, that is precisely what I mean.
I'll see her damned first.
How did you ever learn manners with my son around?
Oh, it was very difficult. You should never have known how ladies and gentlemen behaved if it hadn't been for Colonel Pickering. You see, Mrs. Higgins, apart from what one can pick up, the difference between a lady and a flower girl is not simply how she behaves, but how she is treated. I shall always be a flower girl to Professor Higgins, because he always treats me as a flower girl and always will. But I know that I shall always be a lady to Colonel Pickering, because he always treats me as a lady and always will.
Oh.
Henry, please don't grind your teeth.
Excuse me, ma'am, but the vicar is here. Shall I show him into the garden?
The vicar? And the professor? Good heavens, no. I'll seek him in the library. Eliza, if my son begins to break things, I give you full permission to have him evicted. Oh, and Henry, dear, if I were you, I should stick to two subjects, the weather and your health.
Well, you've had a bit of your own back, as you call it. Have you had enough? Are you going to be reasonable, or do you want any more?
You want me back when it's up. Pick up your slippers and put up with your tempers and fetch and carry for you.
I haven't said I wanted you back at all.
Oh,
Not about me. If you come back, I shall treat you as I always have. I can't change my nature, and I don't intend to change my manners. My manners are exactly the same as Colonel Pickering's.
That's not true. He treats a flower girl as if she was a duchess.
And I treat a duchess as if she were a flower girl.
Oh, I see. The same to everybody.
Just so. The great secret, Eliza, is not having good manners, or bad manners, or any particular sort of manners, but having the same manners for all human beings. The question is not whether I treat you badly, but whether you've ever heard me treat anyone else better.
I don't care how you treat me. I don't mind you swearing at me. I shouldn't mind a black eye. I've had one before this. But I won't be passed over.
So get out of my way, for I won't stop you. You talk about me as if I were a motorbus.
So you are a motorbike. All bounce and go with no consideration for anybody. But I can get it on without you. Don't you think I can't?
I know you can. I told you you could. But you haven't wondered, I suppose, whether I can get along without you.
Don't you try to get around me. You'll have to.
And so I can. I can do without you or anyone else. But I shall miss you, Eliza. I've learned something from your idiotic notions. I admit that humbly and gratefully.
Well, you have my voice on your gramophone. You can always turn that on if you get lonely without me. It's got no feelings to hurt.
I can't turn on your soul.
Oh, you are a devil! You can twist the heart of a girl as easily as some can twist her arms to hurt her. What am I to come back for?
For the fun of it. That's why I took you on.
And you may throw me out tomorrow if I don't do everything you want me to.
Yes, and you may walk out tomorrow if I don't do everything you want me to.
And live with my father?
Yes, or sell flowers. Or you could marry Pickering.
I wouldn't marry you if you asked me. And you're nearer my age than what he is.
Then he is.
I'll talk as I like. You're not my teacher now. That's not what I want from you, and don't you think it. I've always had chaps enough want to be that way. Freddie Hill writes to me twice and 3 times a day telling me, sheets and sheets.
So, in short, you want me to be as infatuated with you as he is. Is that it?
No, I don't. That's not the sort of feeling I want from you. I want a little kindness. I know that I'm a common, ignorant girl. And you, a book-learned gentleman. But I am not dirt under your feet. What I did, was not for the dresses and the taxis. I did it because we were pleasant together. And I came to care for you. Not to want you to make love to me, and not forgetting the difference between us, but more friendly-like.
That's exactly how I feel, and how Pickering feels. Oh, Eliza, you're a fool.
That is not a proper answer to give me.
Well, it's the only answer you'll get until you stop being a plain idiot. Eliza, if you wish to become a lady, you've got to stop feeling neglected if the men you know don't spend half their time sniveling over you and the other half giving you black eyes. You find me cold, unfeeling, and selfish, don't you? Very well. Be off with you to the sort of people you like. Marry some sentimental whore with lots of money, a thick pair of lips to kiss you with, and a thick pair of boots to kick you with. If you can't appreciate what you've got, then go out and get what you can appreciate.
Oh, I can't talk to you. You always turn everything against me. I am always in the wrong. But I won't always be here to be trampled on and talked down to. I'll marry Freddie, I will, as soon as I'm able to support him.
Marry Freddie? That poor devil that couldn't get his job as an errand boy if he had the guts to try for it? Woman, do you not understand? I have made you a consort for a king.
Freddie loves me. That makes him king enough for me. I don't want him to work. He wasn't brought up to it as I was. I'll go and be a teacher.
What will you teach?
What you taught me. I'll teach phonetics. I'll offer myself as an assistant to that brilliant Hungarian.
What? That impostor? That humbug? That toning ignoramus? Teaching my methods? My discoveries? Oh, you take one step in that direction, I'll bring you a little neck to here.
Bring away! What do I care? I knew you'd struck me one day. There, that's done you in Henry against an ad. And I don't care for your bullying and big talk. What a fool I was, what a dominated fool, to think you were the earth and sky. What a fool I was! What an animated fool! What a muddy-headed dog was I! No, my reverberating friend, you are not the beginning and the end.
You impudent hussy, there's a word in your mouth or an idea in your head that I haven't put there.
There'll be spring every year without you. England still will be here without you. There'll be fruit on the tree and a shore by the sea. There'll be crumpets and tea without you. Art and music will cry without you. Somehow Keats will die without you. And there still will be rain on that plain down in Spain. Even that will remain without you. I can do without you. You, dear friend, who talk so well. You can go to Hartford, Hereford, and Hampshire. They can still rule the land without you. Mr. Castle dead without you. So without much ado, we can all go through without you.
You brazen hussy.
Without your pulling it, the tide comes in. Without your twirling it, the earth can spin. Without your pushing them, the souls roll by. If they can do without you, ducky, so can I. I shall not be alone without you. I can stand on my own without you. So go back in your shell, I can do bloody well without
By George, I really did it. I did it. I did it. I said I'd make a woman, and indeed I did. I knew that I could do it. I knew it. I knew it. I said I'd make a woman and succeed. I did. Eliza, you're magnificent. 5 minutes ago, you were a millstone around my neck. And now you are a tower of strength, a constant battleship. I like you like this.
Goodbye, Professor Higgins. I shall not be seeing you again.
Mother! Mother!
What is it, Henry? What has happened?
She's gone.
Of course, dear. What did you expect?
But what am I to do?
Do without, I suppose.
And so I shall. I can do without her. I can do without anybody. I've got my own soul, my own spark of divine fire.
Bravo, Eliza.
Damn. I've grown accustomed to her face. She almost makes the day begin. I've grown accustomed to the tune. She whistles night and noon. Her smiles, her frowns, her ups, her downs are second nature to me now. Like breathing out and breathing in. I was serenely independent and content before we met. Surely I could always be that way again. And yet, I've grown accustomed to her looks, accustomed to her voice, accustomed to her face. Marry Freddie? What an infantile idea. What a heartless, wicked, brainless thing to do. She'll regret it. Oh, she'll regret it. Why, it's doomed before they even take the vows. I can see her now, Mrs. Freddie Ironhill, in a wretched little flat above a stool. I can see her now, not a penny in the till, and a bill collector ringing at the door. In a year or so, when she's prematurely gray, and the blossoms in her cheek has turned to chalk, she'll inevitable night when she comes banging at my door in tear and rags. Miserable and lonely, repentant and contrite, will I let her in or hurl her to the wolves? Give her kindness or the treatment she deserves? Will I take her back or throw the baggage out? I'm a most forgiving man, the sort who never could, ever would, take a position and staunchly never budge. Just a most forgiving man. But I shall never take her back. If she were crawling on her knees, let her promise to atone, let her shiver, let her moan. I will slam the door and let the hellcat freeze. But I'm so used to hear her say good morning every day. Her joys, her woes, her highs, her lows are second nature to me now. Like breathing out and breathing in. I'm very grateful she's a woman and so easy to forget. Rather like a habit one can always break. And yet, I've grown accustomed to the trace of something in the air, accustomed to her face. Eliza, where the devil are my slippers?